Good morning! I'm pulled off the Pingree Park Road here in Pingree Park, and this is the Signal Mountain Trailhead. You pretty much just pull off the side of the road. It's going to be a beautiful day today. This morning is already spectacular. This is looking the other way back down the road, and this is where the trail begins. Starting off here at the Signal Mountain Trailhead just after 6 a.m. The hike up to Signal Mountain should be pretty stiff. Sign says that it's 5.2 miles. Looks like we're starting here at an elevation of 8,628 and we're going over 11,000. And I already sprayed for you little bastards, but I'll probably get a tick or two. This looks like a ticky one. This sign right here says that it's 5 miles. And I'm really looking forward to this hike today. I've already done Signal Mountain from the Bulwark Ridge, and that's supposedly a little harder. This is the easy route. Unfortunately, this hike starts out going straight down. There's an initial down and up section, but after this, it should be a pretty gradual uphill all the way to the summit. Should be pretty straightforward, and I'm hoping it's pretty mellow too. I don't see anything on the map that looks like it's going to be crazy or anything, just kind of long. This trail has been adopted and maintained by the Sky Ranch Lutheran Camp in partnership with USFS. I have high hopes. I hope the Lutheran Camp did a good job on this trail. I actually got gas before I started this trip. Last night I went to move my car to get it ready, get everything all ready for today, and I noticed I had the 4 bars again. And I was like, well, I learned my lesson last time. So I went to the gas station right then and there, filled it on up, and yeah, I wouldn't have made it with 4 bars. This was a little longer than I thought. Solid hour-and-a-half drive from the house. I'm loving this trail so far. This is well maintained and very secluded. I don't think I'm going to see anybody all day today. We're continuing to go down. Sadly, I thought this was over back there, but it's not. I feel like down here in these flat parts by the water in the early morning is where I'm going to see the animals. God, this trail is so beautiful though. I am loving it. Right here we got a sign that says keep it to the right. I just heard something break a stick over here. This trail is so beautiful. This is awesome. It's just loaded with wildflowers too. There are purple columbines all over the place. The thing that's nice about this trail is it's not screaming uphill. It's real flat, real pleasant, and it's not even rocky. I mean, I think we're only looking at like a 2,500, 2,600 foot gain stretched out over like 5 or 6 miles. That's not bad at all. Unless the second half of this hike just completely sucks, this is the way to do Signal Mountain. This is spectacular. I'm really enjoying this hike. It's real mild, pretty easy. I know we're going to get a bunch of elevation gain here in a minute, but I mean, for right now, this is just so nice walking along the river. Wow. Whereas the Bulwark Ridge was rocky and steep, this is really mild and green. This is fantastic. Okay, and the trail went where? Right there. My goodness, it is dense through here. I'm just over 3.5 miles into the hike and a little over 9,400 feet. And I believe the summit of Signal Mountain is 11,262. So, I only got about 1,900 left. Stretched out over another 2.5 miles at least. It's not bad at all. I can't believe how mild this trail is. There have been hardly any steep sections at all. It's just been kind of like this the entire time. I just checked the GPS and it looks like I'm getting pretty close, like well under 2 miles to the summit, and I think only about 1,500 vertical feet. It's not much at all. It's starting to ramp up a little bit. It looks like I'm about a half mile from this little saddle, where from there I'm going to have about another mile to the summit. But it's getting close though. I mean, I can see it over here to the right. It's just behind those trees. Trail's definitely getting steeper the higher we go. Look at this big old rock right here. And in just under 2 hours and 10 minutes, I'm up here to the saddle, 5.2 miles into the hike, at an elevation of roughly 10,500. Looks like I've got about another 0.7, 0.8 miles up to the summit. So that should put me right around 6 for the total. I'm popping out of the trees. I've just got to walk up this grassy hill for about another 300 vertical feet to the summit. It's literally right there. I can finally see the true summit way out there. Yeah, it's really not that far. We're almost up there. There's like no wind today. Well, this is beautiful. And I still cannot get over how easy this was. Ah, this is like blowing me away. I probably haven't even been hiking 2.5 hours right now. That's looking over at South Signal Mountain. Probably won't be going over there today. I've already done it. Because for now, I'm going to take it on up to the summit of the real Signal Mountain. And in 2 hours and 45 minutes, I'm up here, Signal Mountain Summit. There's that big rock that I walked past. Just sitting up here on the summit of Signal Mountain, enjoying this beautiful day. And there's basically like zero wind up here. It's unbelievable. It's funny too because they call this Signal Mountain, although my phone does not have a signal. God, it's just so beautiful. Look at the views into the Rocky Mountain National Park. Yeah, this is amazing. The only problem that I'm having right now are all the flies. Just tons of them. But as I spin around here, get a really cool shot of the backside of Mummy Mountain, Hagues Peak, and Roe. GPS has me at 6.2 miles, which is a full mile over what the Trailhead sign said. That one said 5.2, so I think I'm a little high. Well guys, it's about 9:45. Been sitting up here for about an hour, but it's time to go. It's time to head on back. Since I've been sitting up here, some big old clouds have developed overhead. I mean, in like 15 minutes, they just showed up. So I'm gonna start heading on down. It's a bummer. I looked all over up here and I couldn't find a register. Not that I really wanted to sign it, but I had cards made from Vistaprint. They're kind of goofy, but I wanted to put one up at the summit. I wanted to put one in the register and sign the back of it. I've been carrying them around with me now for like 3 hikes and I haven't even seen anybody to give a card to or like had a register or anything. I'm not kidding about these clouds. These things have just shown up in about the past 10-15 minutes. That's crazy. It's all shadowy and dark now. This trail is awesome. This is like blowing me away. But I would highly recommend doing it from the Pingree side. It's so much better than that Bulwark Ridge. I would highly recommend this trail. It is incredible. I mean, it gets a little steep at the end, but I mean, all things considered, it's not too bad. It's pretty mild all the way up until the very, very end. But then you're so excited to get to the top, it doesn't really matter. Made it back down to the saddle, and from the summit to this point is 1 mile. The two steepest sections on this entire hike are right before you hit the saddle. It kind of slopes up right there for the last couple hundred feet, and then also right after you break out of the trees and start up the grassy part. But I've already come down both those sections and they're not even that bad. This hike is amazing. I highly recommend it. On the way up, you pass by this rock at about 10,200 feet. So from here to the summit, you have about 1,000 left. And honestly, from this point to the top is where it gets steep. From here down, it's really pretty easy. I just exited the Comanche Peak Wilderness, which means I should have 2 miles left. Looks like the old ruins of a cabin, kind of tucked back in the trees. Didn't see that on the way up. However, I'm getting ready to hit that lowest point, then I'm going to hook it on over to the left and take it uphill for a tiny little bit back to where my car is parked. Just past the lowest point, which was 8,540, give or take 10 feet. So that means I've got about a 100-foot climb to get back up to the street. There's my car. I'm so close. I just gotta do this little down and up section and I'll be up there. And I'm back. Looks like it's getting ready to start raining here like any second. Wind just picked up, but it's about 12:30 right now, which means it took 2 hours and 45 to get up, 2 hours and 45 to get down. But that was with a nice 15-minute break stuck in the middle. I hope you enjoyed that one. And until the next hike, y'all, peace.